Hey guys, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys on how you can get the stats on your Google Play console for your application right to your PC or your server. So these things are actually useful for you if you want to do a further processing. For example, like you want to create your own dashboard or you want to build a notification system when reviews come in. Usually, you can access this data by going into your Google Play console and you go to the left side of your console and you can click on the download reports, and there is three types of reports that you can download, which is the reviews, statistics, and also the financial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys on how you can download the statistics reports. The idea over here is actually every single day Google save a .csv file into your application private Google storage. So what we're going to do is actually to download these files and then we do the further processing. Before we begin, you need to open three tabs on your browser. The first one is your Google Play console. The second one is your Google Cloud platform, and it can be your Google Developer console as well. And the third tab is your Google Cloud Platform storage browser. To get into this private bucket, you will need to access it directly on your address bar by typing in console.cloud.google.com/storage/browser and your bucket ID. The bucket ID over here you can get by navigating to your Google Play console and click on the statistics. Copy the cloud storage URL, and if you paste this URL in a separate tab, you'll find the bucket ID over here. Simply copy this one and paste it over here and hit enter. You should reach out to this page. What we will do next is to download a service account credential from your Google Cloud platform and insert that as a user inside the Google Play console. To create a service account, you need to go to your Google Cloud platform, click on this button, and go to your I am admin and click on the service account option. Once you are here, simply click on the Create Service Account button. Put in your service account name. I'm going to put as Download Reports. You can leave the description to be empty and click on the Create. On the next part, you need to grant an access to your service account. For this tutorial, I'm going to grant a project viewer access. Click on the Continue, and you can leave out the third part and hit on the Done. Once you have created a service account, it should appear over here, and there is no keys yet. You simply need to click on the triple dot here and select Create Key. You can leave out the JSON here and click on the Create. Once this is done, it should be downloading a service account JSON file automatically. Once you have created the key and downloaded the service account JSON file, you will need to insert the service account email into your Google Play console under Users and Permissions. Click on the Invite New Users and paste the email here. Once you do this, you need to click on the Add Application and choose your application and click on the Apply. You can leave this part as it is to only allow access to view app information and click on the Apply. The next thing to do is to allow the account permission to download bulk reports and click on the Invite User. So you will need to wait for a few hours, maximum up to 24 hours, for these keys to get synced. Hey guys, before we move to the next section, I'm just dropping in to say if you like this kind of videos, I will be uploading videos frequently. So make sure you subscribe to my channel to get notification on the new videos. So after waited for a few hours, let's write some code first just to make sure that our credential working fine. So in order to do that, I already copied the service account credential JSON into our working directory. So what I'm going to do next is actually just init the project by using the npm init-y. So now we have a package.json over here. So the next thing we're going to do is to install the Google Cloud official npm package by running npm install Google Cloud /storage. After that's being installed, we can add a file called server.js. So I'm going to import first the storage class from the Google Cloud package. I'm sorry. And then the next thing, I'm going to store that class inside a variable. Going to use the class here. And now we can go ahead and authenticate this storage. So you can use the key file name. And over here, we need to put basically the service account JSON path. So in order to do that, I'm going to import another package called path. And this path actually, it comes included in your Node.js installation. So you don't have to import that using the npm install again. So I'm going to use path.join over here. And we can specify the current directory. And the next thing we want to specify is the path to this file. So I'm going to rename and copy the file name and simply paste it over here. After that, we can just write a function, maybe a promise function. So I'm going to create a promise. And we can use the resolve and the reject. Yeah, there you go. The function that we created named get app stats file, and then at the below part is where we call the function. We can simply call it like this, and maybe we change the then.catch. So I think we won't be using the results here. We will be just passing a success message. So what we can do here is actually just console log. Yeah, I think we can just console log the result from here. And then for the catch part, we going to again just console log the error part. We already set up the function, that promise function, and we already called that function. So now let's write the main logic inside here. The main idea here is actually for this function to get a latest file, maybe the latest year and also the latest month. So I'm going to start off with a date object. And from this date object, we're going to get the current year. I think we can use the get full year. And we convert this to string. Also, we create a month variable, and we take the month from the date object by using the get month. And again, we're going to convert this to a string. One thing to note though, the get month will return the month in starting from 0. Basically for January, it will return as 0. Means in this current code, it will return as 9. So we need to do +1 over here. So this will return 10, which is the current month. So the next thing to do is, I think we can already access the storage class methods. So we're going to use the storage, which is that we define up here. So the storage, so we can access the bucket first, and then after we access the bucket, we want to access a file inside that bucket, and then we want to download the file inside the bucket. But there are some parameters that we need to pass in. For example, in the bucket method, we need to pass in the bucket ID. In the file is the file path that you're trying to download. and in the download you need to pass in the destination, I believe. So if you're not sure like what the parameters need to pass in, you can check out the Google Cloud Storage. So what I'm going to do next is actually just store the bucket name in a string, and then I'm going to store a file path also inside the string, and the destination, I'm going to put it inside the string as well. The bucket ID, you can actually get it from the basically this part where you already accessing your cloud storage browser, or if you still don't access it, you can always get it from this part. Actually, just click on the download reports, statistics, and you can click on this one, actually copy cloud storage URL, and if you paste it here, you can see this is your bucket ID, and then we paste it here. So the next thing we will try to get is the file path. So this file path, actually you can get it from the Google Cloud Storage browser. So one thing to note is after you are inside your bucket, so the next thing is actually the file path, which is we need to go the inside the stats, and then this folder, which is the installs. It depends on which folder or which stats that you're trying to get. In this case, we're trying to get the installs overview file. So this is the file that we're trying to get. You can simply click on this one. So what we can do is simply take this one, paste it in our code. So it's here. So we can remove the first slash because this is the first folder that it find after it get into this bucket. So before that, we can maybe inject the month and year that we already did on this part. So I'm going to change this to a backtick, and I'm going to replace the year with the variable that we just created on the top, and I'm going to change this to month as well. So now we will have 2020 here, and the month is now is October. And then the destination part, I'll be using the same path package, and I'm using the join function. Current directory path. I think I'll put inside a reports folder, and then the file name. So if you notice, the file name that we're going to put here is actually same as the file path above. So I am really recommending you guys to just store the file name inside a different variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this file name and store it here, and then I'll be using the file name variable inside here and also inside the report. So I think we are set up right now, so we can pass in the bucket ID inside here, and we can pass in the file path inside here, and also the destination. So you need to remember the download actually accept an object as a parameter, and there is a destination. And I think we can change this to a .then and .cache because the storage is promise. We can change that to a .then and .cache so that we can handle the errors or the success results. Over here, there will be a results return, and we're going to resolve a success message just to show that the operation is done, the operation is a success. And for the rejection part, which is the cache, we can always reject the error dot message. And then if you see over here, we don't use this result, we can just leave that empty over there. So before we get into the testing part, we need to create the reports directory over here because this is our local destination path. It need to have the folder up front over here. So we're going to create a directory call reports first. Then we can start our testing. You can run just node and server.js. So it's able to download the file and able to save the file. That's why it resolved a success. So I think right now the file is inside the reports folder. Yep, there you go. So this is the file that we're trying to download just now. So we already got it. So the file that you download over here is actually same file that you see over here. So I leave it to you guys on how you want to proceed after this. Basically, you'll just need to convert the CSV into a JSON object and you can process it into a further processing, or you can save it into the DB. That's all guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of video, I'll be posting a video every week. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel and do leave it in the comment either you like this video or you have any problem while following along. I try to reply it at my best.